here, and today we're going to be talking about one of the biggest faults I see when setting up for the bench press, specifically relating to the arch. Kyle's going to go ahead and give the most common example of this I personally see. It's not going to be pretty, but it is going to be something.
So you guys have seen multiple people swing through. They set their feet, they swing through. They probably do it a little bit different than I do because I never set up that way and I'm not too bendy. But you'll get the example of what I'm trying to show here. So feet set, I'll swing through, and then everything comes down at the same time. Set that up one more time. And I'll turn it back over to you, Brandon.
Now, why is this so stinking frustrating to me? There's one really big reason, and that's because it doesn't matter what kind of setup you use, when you set your glutes and your T-spine at the same time, you will never have a very good T-spine arch. You're going to lack T-spine arch completely. So that's why I personally bias towards a feet, then a glutes, then a T-spine setup, really distinguishing each and every one, setting them up segmentally rather than just setting them up all at the same time. If we try to set them up all at the same time, T-spine arch is always lacked, therefore you are not going to be able to handle as much load.
Keep in mind the fundamentals that Brandon's talking about here. I don't care where you set up this way, swing over the bar, however you set up, but pay attention to the segment that Brandon's going to show you. I'm going to show you from my more natural setup because it's going to be a little bit easier for me to get into positions.
So this is how Kyle personally does it, but the same principles apply. He's going to set his feet first. Next, he is going to set his glutes. And then the last thing he's going to set is going to be his T-spine arch, to which he's going to push the barbell into the back of the rack, push that T-spine down towards his already established glutes, and it maximizes T-spine arch. Hopefully you saw a meaningful difference there, but now his arch is very much more significant in his thoracic spine.
One more time. Feet, glutes, T-spine.
Now I want to show you one quick time how I personally do it, just to show you a quick difference, but how I personally do it is very, very similar. The fundamentals are the same, but it's going to look a little bit different. But the same exact principles apply where I am setting up feet first, getting them far back, getting them where I need to be, then I am setting my glutes, and then lastly, I'm setting my T-spine, and as I do so, again, I'm pushing this barbell towards the back of the rack so I can push my T-spine towards my already established glutes and maximize that portion of my setup for a far better position.
Keep in mind, guys, there is no kabuki bench press, no kabuki weighted squat, deadlift. If you've been to one of our principles of loaded movement seminars, you've seen that. We've done a 5-step setup on the bench press. This really, really well highlights one of those areas that's important to us in that fundamental setup. You might be a completely different athlete with a different setup, but remember the principles that Brandon is sharing with you here, and it'll help your T-spine immensely.
Feet, then glutes, then T-spine, segmentally. That's all.